Hello, good morning. It is Friday. This is episode 74 of umbraCoffee, and I tweeted this morning to see if anyone could guess who my guest was, but by the title, you probably guessed it. It's Sparrow. Hey,
Hello. Hi, thanks for having me.
how are you doing?
Not too bad.
You've had a quite busy week or so, right?
Yeah, relatively busy. Ready for a break now. It's a long weekend here. We've got Monday off in the bank holiday,
Mhm.
so I'm looking forward to it.
Very good. So, for those that don't know, maybe you can start us off with our headline of today. What were you doing last weekend?
I had a wee visit to London. Yeah, I went to London and I ran the London Marathon, which was
Wow,
exciting.
and I've got a nice picture of
Yeah,
you.
yeah, and as I was saying to you earlier, I think people will be like, "Geez, oh, we get it, you ran a marathon."
Yeah, I mean that's so brave. And we were just saying a second ago that actually you are beyond brave because you were then back in work on the Tuesday.
Yeah, I travelled back on Monday. We had a little tourist day in London on Monday. Travelled back and then went to work and right into client meetings and stuff for some new projects. So
Damn, that's. I mean, I think most people would have been exhausted after that. I'm sure you were too, but
yeah, good
you're,
fun.
you're clearly superhuman.
Says the guy who's been to how many countries in the last couple of weeks?
But
Yeah,
I'm exhausted as well.
yeah, fair. Need a
So
break before Codegarden.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. So you said as well you did your Ladies of Code meetup this week and a few other things.
Yeah, I had Ladies of Code on Tuesday in Glasgow, which was good fun. And we had a really awesome talk on um, how you make your models and explain the models for deep learning and machine learning and
Hmm.
AI stuff. So it wasn't too mathsy, thankfully, because I think after the weekend I'd had, I would have just fell over. But
Yeah,
really, really good.
your legs are already hurting. You don't want your
Yeah.
for them to be fried as well.
Yeah. So it was good fun.
Nice. And actually, I noticed on the Twitter sphere you weren't the only Umbracian who did a
No.
marathon. So Jarek did the Hamburg Marathon as well and managed to score a personal best, which is very good going. So
Yeah, he's done an awesome job. He's trained so hard as well. I've been kind of following his training on Strava and on Instagram and stuff. And yeah, he done awesome. So happy for him.
well done, Jarek. High five, you rock. And high five, you rock to Carol as well, because you're braver than I could ever be. I would never do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, so uh, great work. But actually, maybe let's jump to some true Umbraco news because we like supporting you, but at the same time, we this is not a show about marathons, despite the title of today's episode. Um, so Codegarden is actually 3 weeks away now. Uh, we're talking about getting a bit of rest between all of these events, but 3 weeks doesn't seem like that long.
No, not really, no. We'll be around before we know it. It seems to have really picked up speed on Twitter and stuff, everyone getting excited about it. I finally booked my flights.
Well done, me too. I booked mine. Something.
Yeah, I think everyone's starting the CG rumours and talking about travel plans and meeting up with
Yeah.
people and stuff. So it's getting soon, yeah.
You mentioned CG rumors, so this is Dave tweeted earlier in the week. Is it time CG rumors started yet? And I think a few people agreed. There was Paul sharing that Marvelous Marcel is going to be performing again. I tweeted an absolutely true rumor that Anthony Dang agreed to dance in a cage at the bingo. What else? Oh, Dave, and I love this one. I think this should happen. Dave said that there's going to be a space to slap some sense in Jerome, who's been using Sitecore for the past little while. Everyone will get one slap. I like that one. I did a slightly controversial one as well. That there's going to be a corner with dressing gowns and slippers and armchairs and pipes for people to smoke and the Umbraco back office had tabs. And do you follow the CG Donald Trump account?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw this. I've heard rumors that there's going to be something spicy going on during Umbraco, and this indicates a competition, which seems to me to have relation to what happened a few years ago with Ravi getting electrocuted against someone in XLT. Yeah, I really worry what's going to happen here. And Warren's also confirmed there's going to be something hot.
Maybe when we said it was Spice, we can just say it's the Spice Girls. That's fine.
Maybe that's it. Maybe yeah.
Spice Girls.
But the act, because their budget can stretch to that, or maybe the Spice Girls don't cost that much anymore.
Yes, a few of them probably don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's the act for bingo. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Hadn't thought of it like that. Nice. We're spreading them directly live on umbraCoffee. Wow. That's not actually all that's happened this week, though, Codegarden wise, because we have the drinks pull requests. Last year, you sent an awesome bunch of Scottish treats, not drinks. I think more like, well, there was some.
Last year I sent Iron Brew, because obviously, and the year before I sent Tablet and Tunnocks tea cakes. You'll know, you've got Scottish family, you know what they are. I think I nearly killed Pete Duncanson with the Tablet because it was so sweet. He was like, "Oh my god, what is this?" Yeah, so I'll need to think of what Scottish things we can send us. Yeah, that isn't happening.
I'm sure we could arrange for like a deep fryer to just fry pizza or Mars bars or cans of beer. Is that a delicacy? Probably somewhere in Scotland.
Yeah, I could fry anything.
So companies have been busy, or people in the community, some user groups have been busy sending in their drinks pull requests. I think it kicked off at the start of the week with Pete at Off-Road Code sending in his Magic Rock beers over, and we've had a lot from the UK this week. I think the London one that I was part of, we sent some stuff over. There was Method 4 with a nice little have a magical day unicorn card. I love that. It's very cute. And then one from the Bristol group as well. So people are busy sending them in, and there's time to keep sending stuff in. So that's all good. It's just building the excitement for Codegarden, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they must start to run out of space at HQ towards the pre-party. It was just full of boxes of beer.
Well, they already don't have enough space for all of the people that they've been hiring. So yeah, I've no idea where they're going to put all of this beer. We'll have to wait and see. On Codegarden, I believe you got some exciting news towards the tail end of last week.
Yeah.
As did I, about the Umbraco retreat. Yeah. So we both had the pleasure of attending for the first time last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so what did you work on last year at the retreat?
We worked on proposed changes to our around karma and an alternative to karma. It's not quite made its way live yet, but we worked on some prototypes on a way to high five people for contributions, not just on our.
Yeah, that's awesome, and it's still a pending pull request, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Niels shared in kind of the name of transparency. They're trying to share a little bit more about what's been going on, and Niels has shared. I wonder if I can zoom that in a little bit, or maybe open it in a new tab or something. So Niels has shared the email that gets sent out to all of the retreat goers with all the details about what we'll be working on. So this year's focus, it seems to be more tailored towards we're going to have a deliverable at the end. Your pull request is fantastic, but it's a shame it's sat there for a year now. So this is discussions about V8 and how we can improve it, and looking forward in the future to the improving the back office and maybe .NET Core support. And the goal here is actually not code. The outputs are requests for comments, which I really like. That's interesting. And if you've seen the Codegarden schedule, there's the whole slot on the Friday morning dedicated to sharing what was worked on at retreat and getting feedback and comments, because this work is going to form the basis of those open circle discussions, which is so super cool. Yeah. Some other things I worked on Grid V2 last year, but apparently that's another focus this year, so will be a little bit more work on that. And then general roadmap and community stuff. Really interesting set of topics.
Yeah, it's really good to see it shared this year too. Last year it was not a secret, but it who was going ahead of time or what the topics were ahead of time. So it's good.
Yeah,
Chance.
it was a surprise to me. I think maybe a week before the retreat, we got a list of who was going because we got an email, and I think then on the day was when we found out about the topics.
Yeah, yeah. It's really cool to see the list of people too, and you look at it and you're like, oh wow, that's amazing, that list of people.
It's a fantastic, really good mix of people, and it's also great to see a few people from HQ, like quite a few people from HQ being mixed in there. I noticed on this list that myself and Antoine from Spain are both not worthy of a last name.
No, you're too good for a last name. You're like, I don't know, Madonna.
Yeah, because that's a good point. Maybe I should drop my last name.
Yeah, that's it. You don't need a surname now. People just know you as Callum.
I think that would be very pretentious if I did that. But yeah, a fantastic bunch of people, and like we said, really great to see more transparency. I look forward to seeing much more of this from the HQ because Neil's noted in his Twitter thread this is something that they really want to improve on. Very good.
Last year.
Say again, sorry.
Hopefully we get the same weather as last year.
Oh, the weather was amazing. I was saying to Emma earlier in the week, I'm really excited about the place that you visit for the retreat because it's that beautiful hotel, but most importantly, the bread.
The bread, Callum.
Oh.
And the cake. Let's not forget the cake.
Yeah.
The bread, the superstar, but let's not forget the cake. The cake is.
It was also amazing. I kind of wish everyone, maybe we could take a big bag and take it to people at Codegarden so they can properly taste it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it should be good. And I hope it will be a productive few days. It's not all about eating bread and bacon, whatever. Cool. What else has happened this week? Oh, we had a few releases. We had actually kind of quite a big update to version 8. I say big. Nothing huge changed, but it fixes a nice juicy bug where content would disappear from new cache, and fixes some iPublish content bugs and a few visual bugs as well. So that's great. Cloud will have been also upgraded. Shannon has been teasing for a little while about Articulate v4, and it's finally out, and you can install it. It's for V8. Articulate his blogging package if you have never used it. It's pretty cool. And I saw Richard Soapman the other day tweet about how this is a really good resource if you want to know how something should be done in V8 because it's all been done pretty well.
Yeah, we were chatting about that at the Glasgow meetup. Was it last week? Yeah, I think it was last week. Exactly that. Where I saw that Shannon had tweeted that it was coming soon. We're like, well, what better way to find out how you should build for V8 from one of the guys who built V8?
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's been using this as more of his playground. So whilst V8 development's been ongoing, he's been tweaking it and getting it right. And maybe that's why he's taken a little while to get this out there because he wants it to be, perfect.
Yeah, he knows there'll be a lot of people looking at it.
Yeah, definitely. What else did we have released? Oh, so we had Matt Barlow on last week, and he demoed his Bulma package, Bulma starter kit, but also he had his new Font Awesome picker for V8, which is now been updated. I'm not quite sure what happened, but there was a new version this week. And not really a release, but I sometimes feature a pull request of the week, and for me, this one is that. So Warren has been busy actively contributing to V8 and the examine code to say we're going to support SourceLink, which, as far as I know, gives you much more detailed debugging in Visual Studio. So that's awesome. So V8 and Examine will have it, and then he said he wants to do it for Models Builder and a few other packages. It just makes our development time, far easier.
Awesome.
Very cool. Okay. So I know last year in the uProfile slot before Codegarden, like the May one, Marcin and I got featured, and then went on to become MVPs, very fortunately. This year, we've actually had a post, and they've gone right out there and said, this person is being made an MVP, which is awesome. Maybe it's this new transparent HQ, who knows? But Hendy, who we've spoken about many times on umbraCoffee because he's worked on that fantastic look package, as well as new pickers, and he's been around for a long time in the community. So I think not only is the MVP award well deserved, he's the U profile is a really interesting insight into someone that's been around for a very long time. So high five, you rock, Candy. And I'm sure people can grab him at Codegarden and thank him with a beer or a hug or something. I don't think he likes hugs that much. But yeah, he's been doing some really great work. And actually, in this post, he shared how he wants to resurrect new pickers for V8. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah. So, in fact, one thing that really bugs me, which I'm glad he's going to address, is the new pickers in V7 has a lowercase n, and the namespace is therefore got a lowercase in it, and it starts with a lowercase, and it just looks horrible. So he's going to fix that for V8.
That's good.
It's not enough reason for me to upgrade alone.
Yeah, that's exactly you. You'll go to V8 now that you've got an uppercase new picker.
Sorry, we can't use V7 because new pickers isn't capitalized.
That's a business case. That's all the business case you need.
We must upgrade all of our sites. Okay, just some kind of quick fire finishing off news. I saw Jesper he's a part of the docs team, and he's busy working on getting the examine documentation up to scratch. So he wants to know if people have any feedback for stuff that's missing. If you know it, drop it in the. We'll drop the link in the description. You can go in and have a look. Yeah. So we've spoken about the accessibility team quite a bit, as I'm sure you know about them too. Doing some great work. And this week, Rachel Breeze did a nice blog post about the importance of accessibility and the processes that they've been going through to make sure, that the back office is accessible. And Mike has said that their goal was to get 5 pull requests for accessibility in and merged or submitted before CG19, and they're 1 away. So if someone fancies spending their weekend, it's a long weekend this weekend for us in the UK. It's the same in Scotland, right? You have a public holiday. Yeah. So maybe someone wants to spend their long weekend and do an accessibility fix. There's some quite nice little front end things up there. So yeah,
it's so cool to see. Like they've just made that happen. They've just kind of got together, chatted about it, set a target, and went for it. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's super cool, and it's just going to make the product even better. And not even if you're not like necessarily using a screen reader or something, just because you can tab around the back office a bit easier. It just makes it better for users generally.
Definitely, yeah.
Nice. Emma Burstow did a blog post this week on her V8 experience with cloud. I'll chuck the link in the description. And Sebastian did an update on the issue trackers and what's been going on there. Yeah.
Been a busy week for everyone.
Very busy week, especially for you, but the community as a whole. And I nearly forgot, but it is Umbraco Tuesday. You've got yours.
Hiding behind the scarf, but I love it.
Cold up in Scotland.
It's been cool. It's loads of photos on Twitter of everyone. Was it Emma gets bonus points? She's got Umbraco. Well, she's got unicorn socks.
Unicorn socks.
Yeah.
That would be a great bingo prize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There used to be a lot of tech conferences giving out socks, I've noticed, instead
it became a trend.
Yeah.
Who knows? Well, yeah, that's cool. There's did you see the picture of the suits on Twitter from HQ? And they had all their suits, but underneath they had their Umbraco t-shirts.
Like superheroes.
Yeah.
Like underneath their suits is their Umbraco t-shirts.
Exactly. It's salesman. No. Cool. Yeah, like you say, busy week, but I'm pretty glad for this long weekend. I'm off to France. Are you going to do anything nice?
I've got a bunch of family stuff, some birthdays and stuff. So yeah, it'll be nice to catch up.
Nice, and have a weekend of not running.
Yeah, I might try and brave it, see if my legs are ready yet, but maybe.
Ooh, yeah. Have you dared to go for a run since?
No, I've not.
No, I don't blame you. Don't blame you at all. Cool. Thanks very much for joining today, Carol. Marcin's on holiday. It's a public holiday in Poland, so he's not here. But we send him the best and wish him a good weekend. And everyone watching, thanks for watching. Yeah, have a great weekend. See you all.
Bye.